It's 11:42 p.m. on a Thursday night, and you are staring at your phone screen with the brightness turned all the way down so you don't wake up your partner. You've got your banking app open in one tab and a calculator in the other. You're doing that frantic mental math where you try to remember if the electric bill is already cleared or if that's going to hit tomorrow morning. You've got $412 left in checking and exactly 4 days until your next direct deposit hits. You start negotiating with yourself. If you skip the grocery run and just eat whatever is in the back of the pantry, and if you don't put gas in the car until Friday morning, you might, just might, make it without dipping into the credit card. It's a suffocating, heavy feeling, like you're trying to breathe through a straw while running a marathon. You make decent money, or at least you thought you did. So why does it feel like you're perpetually drowning in a pool that's only 3 feet deep? My name is Sam, and I spend too much time thinking about why your money is disappearing before you even get a chance to enjoy it. If you want to stop the cycle of Friday wealth and Monday panic and actually start building a life where you aren't terrified of your own mailbox, hit that subscribe button. We talk about the stuff your math teacher skipped and your bank wants you to ignore. Look, here is the brutal truth that nobody wants to admit. Living paycheck to paycheck isn't usually an income problem. It's a structural problem. We've been told this lie that if we just got a $5,000 raise, all our stress would vanish, but then the raise comes, and suddenly you're driving a slightly nicer car, eating at slightly better restaurants, and staring at that same low balance alert 3 weeks later. It's like trying to fill a bathtub without putting the plug in. You can turn the water up as high as you want, but the level is never going to rise until you fix the drain. In the U.S. alone, something like 60% of people are living this way, and that includes people making 6 figures. Being broke is a lifestyle for some, but for most of us, it's a trap built on the way we perceive available cash. Let's look at the actual math of how this trap works, because the numbers are the only things that don't care about your feelings. Imagine you take home $5,000 a month after taxes. That feels like a lot, right? But then the fixed cost assassins come out of the shadows. Your rent or mortgage is $2,000. Your car payment and insurance are $700. Your utilities, phone, and those 6 streaming services you forgot to cancel add up to another $400. Right there, before you've even bought a single taco or a gallon of milk, 62% of your money is already dead and gone. You're left with $1,900 for everything else. But here's where the psychology trips you up. You see $1,900 in your account on the first of the month, and your brain thinks, I'm rich. You spend $800 of it in the first week because you feel flush, and then you spend the next 3 weeks wondering why you're broke. You aren't failing at life. You're failing at managing the gap. The gap is the distance between what you earn and what you absolutely must spend to keep the lights on. Most people try to manage their lives based on their total income, but that's a rookie mistake. You should be managing your life based on the gap. If your gap is only $500 a month, you are one flat tire away from a financial meltdown every single day. Let's run a second math example. If you make that same $5,000, but you live in a place that costs $1,500 and you drive a car that's paid off, your fixed costs drop to maybe $2,000 total. Now your gap is $3,000. That extra $1,100 of breathing room is the difference between a minor inconvenience and a life-shattering emergency. The smartest way to stop living paycheck to paycheck isn't to work more hours. It's to aggressively widen the gap by shrinking the stuff you've been told you need. Now here is the thing about psychology that really messes us up. It's called Parkinson's law. It basically says that your demands will always rise to meet your supply. If I give you a bigger closet, you'll buy more clothes to fill it. If I give you a bigger paycheck, you'll find better ways to spend it. We have been conditioned to believe that saving is what you do with whatever is left at the end of the month. But guess what? There is never anything left at the end of the month. The month is designed to eat every dollar you give it. If you want to break the cycle, you have to treat your future self like a bill that has to be paid first. You have to be the most annoying debt collector in your own life. Here's the counterintuitive twist that might actually surprise you. Most financial gurus tell you that you need a budget. I'm telling you that budgets are mostly a waste of time because they're based on the past. Looking at a spreadsheet of what you spent last month is just a post-mortem of your failures. It doesn't help you on a Tuesday when you're standing in line at a coffee shop. What you actually need isn't a budget, it's a buffer. Most people think they are living paycheck to paycheck because they don't have enough money. The truth is they're living paycheck to paycheck because they are living in the wrong month. You are currently spending April's money to pay for April's life. That is why you're stressed. The goal, the smartest way out, is to spend March's money to pay for April's life. Think about how much your life would change if your paycheck hit your account on the first of the month, and you didn't even need it. You just let it sit there because all of this month's bills were already covered by the money you made 30 days ago. That 1-month buffer is the ultimate psychological weapon. It turns emergencies into annoyances. If the water heater breaks and it costs $1,000, you don't panic. You just take it out of the buffer and then spend the next couple of months refilling that buffer. You never touch a credit card, you never pay a late fee, you never have that 11:42 p.m. panic attack at your kitchen table. So, how do you actually get there? What is the practical takeaway? You need to do something that feels incredibly painful for exactly 90 days. It's called the slash and stash. For the next 3 months, I want you to live like you're making half of what you actually earn. I'm talking no eating out, no new clothes, no random Amazon purchases, and yes, even canceling the premium version of whatever app you're using. It's going to suck. You're going to be bored. Your friends are going to ask why you're being a hermit. But here's the math. If you can save just 25% of your income for 3 or 4 months, you will have built that 1-month buffer. You will have officially bought yourself 30 days of peace. Once you have that buffer, you never, ever let it go. You move your financial ground floor up. Most people think zero is the bottom of their bank account. From now on, your zero is $3,000 or whatever your 1-month expenses are. If your account hits $3,000, you are broke. You stop spending. You treat that buffer like a sacred wall that cannot be breached unless the house is literally on fire. This simple shift in perspective, moving your zero, is the single most effective way to kill the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle forever. It's not about the spreadsheets. It's about changing the rules of the game so that you're always playing with a lead. Look, the world is designed to keep you broke. Every advertisement, every one-click checkout, and every buy now, pay later button is a trap designed to steal your gap. They want you to be a predictable, stressed-out consumer because stressed-out people are easier to sell things to. They want you to believe that a new car or a slightly bigger house is the key to happiness while they quietly siphoning off your freedom 1 monthly payment at a time. Breaking the cycle isn't just about money. It's about taking back your time and your sanity. You don't need a financial advisor and you don't need a complicated app to fix this. You just need the discipline to live below your means for a few months so you can finally get ahead of the clock. Stop being a servant to your next paycheck and start being the master of the one you already earned. The peace of mind you'll feel when you realize you don't actually need Friday to come is worth more than anything you could possibly buy at a mall. Your bank account should be a tool for your freedom, not a scorecard for your stress.